Hey guys, I am back for an update, and it's been quite a while between my last update. It's the 28th of September, and we're headed into October. So basically in 2 days, it'll be 30 days that I have been transitioning back onto Raw. So I'm here to tell you guys how it's been going and give you guys some really raw truth about this experience so far. So one of the first things that I wanted to address is the reason that I'm raw. I'm not raw, and I didn't transition into a raw vegan food lifestyle again because I'm ill. I'm actually not sick at all. So you would wonder, well, why go raw then? Well, the truth is, the last time that I went raw, actually every time I've ever gone raw, I feel different and my life is very different. When you eat this way, it dictates where you go and what you do and who you meet. All that stuff changes. Your social life changes, and the types of people and experiences that you have are different. And for me, that's a major positive. It enhances the quality of my life in so many ways that I can't count. One of the things that I notice when I eat cooked food is that I'm just not as heightened to sensitive to people and things and nature as I am when I'm raw. And I much prefer that lifestyle because it works better for me. Many people that talk about their raw and vegan journeys on YouTube are on health journeys. I'm more on a spiritual journey. So for me, this is more of a spiritual, enlightening thing. What I go through when I'm successfully raw for long periods of time is just night and day from what my life is like and the people I meet and the things that I do and the things that happen to me when I am raw. I want to clean out my body, start over, and open up all my chakras and do all that stuff. And then I'm going to really have a serious thought conversation with myself about, is eating cooked food worth the lowering of my spiritual vibration? And if social experiences and doing things that most people do is more important to me than that spiritual growth and that different world that opens up when you are heightened and your body is clean, and it's a completely different experience. Now, I've been thinking about the moral aspect of things, and that's the next topic that I wanted to address. One of the things that people started asking me when they discovered that I went back raw is, well, why aren't you a vegan? What is it that you don't agree with the vegan moral aspect of this? There isn't really anything that I don't agree with. It's just that I will change when it's right for me. And I find that being here in New York City, I don't meet very many kind, gentle, and allowing vegans. I meet a lot of real assholes. Vegans are assholes. That's pretty much my experience here, pretty much everywhere. Actually, even in LA, all the different places I travel, I don't really meet very nice, accepting vegans, people who proclaim to be vegan for animal rights and PETA and all that stuff. I didn't feel compelled to call myself a vegan because I didn't want to be associated with that stigma that vegans have, that they're superior and they're not very nice. And that actually has been my personal experience, even while eating raw. Especially because I own still a lot of leather goods, and I still use those leather goods. And it's taken me years and years to acquire them. And so it's going to take me some time to really decide if I want to keep using them or give them up. In my own time, I will figure all that out. My makeup is vegan, my body stuff, my hair stuff, everything is vegan by default. When you choose natural and healthy products, a lot of times they will be vegan. And I'm glad that I've reduced my dollars of supporting this huge meat and animal product conglomerate. But although I do not eat it, I am around a lot of people that do. So it isn't really in my best interest to be an asshole and act like some of the vegans that I've met. And I do tend to inspire a lot of those people around me to change their habits. But I don't want them not to do it because they feel like they have to give up everything. They have to be join this, what they consider to be like this cult following of veganism. And I don't actually know very many people who are raw, at least not where I live. And seeking that out, I run into a lot of regular vegans or hardcore raw vegans that used to be, what you would say, activists, like animal activists and things, and we just don't click. I'm way more accepting of what people do and what's right for them at that time than a lot of the people I've met. So that's really my experience on veganism, and I would love to meet some nice vegans, some vegans that are kind and are encouraging. And the other reason why I can't consider myself a vegan, and I don't, is greatly to do with the fact that I am a fashion school graduate, among other things like music and stuff, and I love shopping so much. The vegan fashion community is so small, and a lot of the stuff I don't like, and vegan leather sucks. It is horrible, and so it's tough. There's a few out there that I will like, but I don't like everything in their lines when it comes to the clothing and wardrobe. So I'm basically just taking my time, and I will change or not depending on my personal journey. But so far, out of all the years that I have been in this city, I have not run into very many kind vegan animal activists. So I think that's a little bit sad. When I used to spin on the Upper East Side, there was a girl that was a manager of a spin shop. She was a complete bitch on wheels. I mean, she had the worst superiority complex. It was disgusting. People need to change regardless of what they wear on their clothes. They need to become healthier. And people need to be enlightening themselves and raising their spiritual vibration and becoming more one with everything and more connected. So my mind is on that aspect of things, so just go at your own pace. My whole thoughts on the whole vegan thing and why I don't call myself a vegan and use that word. Getting into my actual update on how it's been going. So it is day 28. So I'm basically 1 day or 2 days away from being a full month in. And the first half, like I said, the first 15 days was a breeze. But this last 15 days, oh my god. So yeah, the sweating has started, the peeing has started, breakouts have started. Everything that I hate about detox has started. Thank God I knew how to get right on top of it. But it's still a nightmare. I hate it so much. One of the things that I notice about myself is as I've gotten older, I've been able to afford to eat whatever I want. I'm talking about cooked foods. Whatever I want. So I've developed things over time that I just simply like. I discovered that I'm not an emotional eater at all. I thought I was, but I guess I'm not. In my mind, everything is a rendition of salad. And I got so sick of salad. So sick of salad. So sick of salad. Oh my god. Everything was just another version of salad to me. Like raw pasta thing. No, it's just zucchini with pureed tomato to me. And it's the same thing with everything else. To me, soup is hot. This is a savory smoothie poured in a bowl. That's all it is to me. Cooked food and raw food is not the same to me. So I struggled a lot when I realized when I was not in the mood for anything raw, I just didn't want to eat. I wasn't about to start eating cooked food because I'm on this journey, but I certainly wasn't in the mood for anything. I mean, not an apple, strawberry, nothing. So I would basically just have tea. I would just completely lose interest in eating at all because I just wanted to eat what I wanted. And that is one of those weird things I found out during over time. Like, I guess I got so used to being able to eat whatever I want, regardless of how much it costs, that I spoiled myself. And eating cooked food doesn't do the same thing to you as eating raw. And that's a big thing people don't really get when you transition. There are some things about raw that will not be the same ever. It's not going to make you feel the same. It's not going to taste the same. It's not the same texture. For me, the draw of pasta, for instance, is the texture. There is no zucchini on earth that's going to feel like pasta to me. It just doesn't fly. So if I'm not in the mood for zucchini, I'm not in the mood for zucchini. If I'm in the mood for pasta, I'm in the mood for pasta. That means the cooked, floury stuff, whether it's gluten-free or not, and hot. Throughout the day, that would eventually pass. So I pretty much just have to, be patient with me. This is my transition process. This is me kind of weaning myself off of what I'm used to and what I've really grown accustomed to doing and having. So the tantrum, the inner tantrum that I'm having, I really have to let certain things go, and that's just what it is for me mentally, because I'm not I'm not like so many of these other people. They say I can make dishes that resemble. That doesn't work for me psychologically. It ain't the same. So I've got to let my taste buds change, and there's just a lot of things that have to happen in the changing detox transitional phase before my taste buds and my mind warms up to what raw is again. I also realized that it was much easier to go raw when I was a lot younger because I hadn't built up this repertoire of foods that I liked getting because I didn't have any money back then. I couldn't do anything. So now, like for the last couple of years, I could just go wherever I want. I could buy whatever I want. If it's a $20 meal, if it's a $50 meal, if it's an $80 meal, I can get it. But that does help when it comes to raw. When you're in New York City, you really need to like either be somebody that's in the kitchen prepping and making food and preparing stuff and taking it with you, or you need to have some money, because if you're not making food at home to take with you, you're going to be out buying. Raw stuff is not cheap, especially in New York City. Chopped food is not cheap, especially in New York City. So I find I spend a lot. It's been working, so as long as I'm able to keep doing that, I will. But I do plan to start making more foods, maybe more dehydrated foods, maybe kind of going back to some of my old recipes to make it easier for myself to take stuff and not buy so much stuff, because it's way cheaper to make flax crackers than it is to buy flax crackers. Flax seeds in a bag is so cheap, and you just buy your own veggies and you cut them all up and you dehydrate them and you have tons of crackers for like no money. Then you go to the store and you buy flax crackers in a bag. They're $8 a bag, sometimes $12 a bag depending on where you go. So it can get extremely pricey. And then eating out. I love eating out. I love dining, especially alone. That pretty much has gone out the window. Raw food restaurants or vegan restaurants in this city, they all close early. All of them. So it can get really annoying and frustrating. It's in my best interest to make the food, but I don't always have the time for that. So right now I am doing a combination of making certain things when I can and then buying a lot. Buying a lot of stuff. And it has been working. The raw aspect is to be a part of my life, not my life. And that is something that a lot of people really should consider when they go raw. If you don't have the kind of life where you can just stay in the kitchen, then you need to consider your whole social life is going to change. The whole focus on food is going to change. And if you don't have anything else to fill that in, you can feel really lost and lonely and all kinds of crap. Not only am I detoxing physically, it's an emotional detox, it's a mental detox, it's nuts. That is pretty much it. I'm going to get way more into vlogging my days. So, sadly, my friends, this video is coming to an end. I will update you guys again really soon. I promise. Way sooner than I did this time. And I will do a separate vlog series about my teeth if you guys want. And what else? Oh, yeah! Don't forget to give me a thumb up if you like this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys really soon. I super promise. In a next update video. Okay, bye. Follow me on FB, YTIG.